Thank you, sir. Seahorse G donut says well met.
So with Warlock 2 mana Frostbolt that doesn't freeze, but overall I think it's good.
Hearthstone pros were wrong about GvG cards.
So with Warlock 2 mana Frostbolt that doesn't freeze, but overall I think it's kind of weak. It doesn't do anything. Like Wrath is good because it's versatile. Frostbolt is good because it's versatile.
This card is like a crappy Frostbolt to me.
I think it's a staple in all mech decks. Like it's just a free win condition. Like why wouldn't you put this in? Very good card. Very good card. Okay, I would play this in Zoo. Alright, I would play this. It's insane. Like so, 2 in Zoo, done, boom. And I mean, is he holding a cigar?
This card's like totally fucking crazy. 4 mana, 3/2 battle card, give you other minions Wind Fury, Taunt, or Divine Shield. So all you gotta do is.
I remember this being played. My memory might be fuzzy, but I remember this being played
with
though. 6
other random creatures and totems and garbage, and you play this and then you Bloodlust, and then it's pretty much game over.
A very basic card here. 6 mana, 5/5. That's of course bad stats. The Bellatrix gain 5 armor. I don't think it's going to be good enough to warrant a spot in the Warrior control deck because there are so many cards already competing for it, like Cairn and Sylvanas.
So I think it's pretty poor, but you know, maybe it's okay. But you know, I have my doubts. 5 for a 3/3, which is pretty much dumpster stats. The Battlecry has to restore 8 health to your hero, and it's a mech, so it's kind of bad.
Don't play this guy, so bad. 3/3 body, restore 8 health. Like you're healing, you're touching yourself for 5 mana. Don't play this guy. Just so slow. You might as well just play a Sludge Belcher. The heals for 7, and you have a 3, and you have a taunt.
In the case that you play Trogzor, the Earthnator, and the opponent does not have enough to deal 6 damage on the board, then you are going to get a 3/5, which means you're getting 7 mana for 9/11 worth of stats, and that's pretty awesome. Like, imagine you're up against the Warrior control deck, and they're like, oh, the only way I can get rid of this is slam execute. And then they slam Trogzor, and then they execute Trogzor, and you have 2 3/5s. No, actually, then you have a 5/5 and a 3/5, and then they lose the game.
7 for 6/6 is pretty poor stats, but whenever your opponent casts a spell, summon a burly Rockjaw Trog. Which you guys can tell is another anti-spell card. If you get one of those things off,
Forsen
this card is
W?
really, really sick.
Yeah, why do you think that is? Because I actually knew about the fucking game.
If you get more than one, this card just gets completely out of control.
I like this. I love this card. Love it. No, it's a good card.
Wow.
To be fair, I think I had one wrong, and I think I said this card would be good. I did say I think that this card would be good, and it would have been were it not for Dr. 7. I think that's the only reason it wasn't being played, because Dr. 7 is just, you know, the ultimate 7-drop.
Good card. Like, what is going on? This card is like way over budgeted.
Yeah, this card's insane.
Like, is this a card you just like jam into your decks?
Definitely a fan.
And it doesn't have to be BGH.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue here. Is that this? Thank goodness they didn't make this a 7/7. Otherwise, it would just go along with the other legendaries. Where you're like, this would be so good if it didn't die to BGH.
Yep.
Like legendaries that die to BGH and don't have an immediate impact are inherently, I think, pretty bad cards.
Which the next one is.
Yep. Dr. Boom should have been a 6/7, but we'll get there later. 7 mana, 7/7. Battlecry, summon 2 Boombots. The Boombots are I think they're 1/1s, and when they die, they deal 1 to 4 random damage to a random opponent. So like, it's dealing 1 to 4 damage, and it's dealing it to a random target. Like, do the Boombots have taunt?
No.
So they're just 1/1. So you have to actually activate them. If they had taunt, this card would be like really good. I feel like, but
This is the most overpowered, one of the most overpowered cards in the history.
well, it's
I
this or
don't like it
Trogzor.
in Shaman at all.
It's like this or Trogzor.
Yeah, he's competing for
It's definitely not better than
now.
Trogzor. I'm just saying, like, it's definitely not unplayable in those 2 classes. But no, it's definitely not better than Trogzor, so.
He's no Trogzor.
In Constructed, though, there are going to be better late-game legendaries than Dr. Boom, and I wouldn't anticipate seeing much of Dr. Boom in Constructed.
I knew every card that would be good, every card that would be bad. Of course. Of course, the God Gamer. With actually brain cells still alive. Was not to be trifled with, I'll tell you that. Nave Treetop Donut says just a Forsen Scoots video, short one.
There are two main types of soldier. A legionary is a Roman citizen, an auxiliary is not. Each must supply his own equipment and swear an oath of loyalty to the emperor. Legionaries join an infantry unit as part of a group of 8 men, a contubernium, who all share sleeping quarters. New soldiers are stuck with fatigues, dirty jobs, until they secure a specialist post. 10 contubernia form a century, with its own standard bearer, commander of the watch, second in command, and a centurion to lead them all. 6 centuries together make up a cohort, and 10 cohorts, plus a small cavalry unit, the Equites Legionis, make up the biggest Roman army unit of them all, the legion. The legion's symbol is the Roman eagle, borne aloft by the aquilifer. Cohorts in a legion are numbered 1 to 10. Cohort 1 is extra large with 5 double centuries. Its centurions are the senior ranking primi ordines, and the most senior of all is primus pilus, or first file. He can be promoted to be praefectus castrorum, camp prefect, in charge of the daily running of the legion. Outranking this camp prefect are 7 men, 6 staff officers, the tribuni, and the commander of the entire legion, the legatus. Back in Rome, he's a member of the Senate, the empire's 600-strong ruling elite.
Jesus.
But in the field, he commands his legion of some 6,000 troops, each a Roman citizen. But while these citizen legionaries are the backbone of the Roman army, the non-Roman citizens, the auxiliaries, are the specialists. In auxiliary cohorts, men recruited across the empire use their talents and abilities in the service of Rome. One area of expertise was horsemanship. There are cavalry-only regiments, the ala, a few double-strength cavalry regiments, including one in Britain, the Ala Petriana, also part-mounted cohorts, and some auxiliary cohorts are just regular infantry, organized like the legionary cohorts. But the similarities stop here, at the cohort. Auxiliaries are part of no bigger unit. There's no legion and no legate to command them. Instead, each cohort has its own high-ranking commander, who leads these more compact, maneuverable units. And when an auxiliary soldier has served the Roman army for 25 years, a great reward awaits. He gets a plot of land, a pension, and all of the rights of a Roman citizen, for him, his children, and the generations to...
They're like a fucking insurance company, you know. They promise this, but they have the statistics, right? They know they're not gonna survive, most likely for 25 years in the fucking army. But it's a nice little, you know, lottery, I guess. Enigma, I think, for 5 years, dude. This is Wood's face. What do you mean, Wood's face?